Live from WFSB, Connecticut's first choice for news. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 5:30.
Some young students in the capital city are not quite making the grade, and this summer more will go to summer school than ever before. It's our big story this Friday night at 5:30. Half of the children in grades kindergarten through 3 in the city of Hartford will spend their summer inside classrooms this year.
The idea is for teachers to get to them early and help them to improve their reading before it's too late. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Hena has the story.
No kid wants to hear that they'll be spending their summer in a brick building, but almost 50% of Hartford elementary schools K through 3rd graders will be doing just that this summer. This summer, Hartford elementary kids will be doing a lot less of this and a lot more of this. This is the first year K through 3rd graders will have to go to summer school if they're not making the grade when it comes to reading. 10-year-old Javier already knows where he'll be this summer.
The paper saying that I was going to summer school.
40 to 50% of students in Hartford elementary schools will be joining Javier. For 3 hours a day for 14 days in July, students will concentrate on nothing but reading.
Too many Hartford children are leaving 3rd grade unable to read on grade level.
Some of the elementary school students we interviewed had a hard time spelling their own last name. Others we spoke to said summer school is not that bad.
I'll feel good because then I can learn more because I like school.
Some parents who have to cancel summer vacations disagree.
To be forced to go to a summer school program doesn't seem right. I think they should probably take more initiative to teach them during the regular school year.
Another first. This year there will be no summer school for 4th through 8th graders.
We're not going to forget those kids, obviously, but when they return to school in the fall, there's going to be a lot of more individualized instruction, after-school tutoring.
Students will be taking their development-ready assessment test in May, and depending on the results, that's when parents will find out if their child is headed to summer school. Reporting in Hartford, Hena Daniels, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All across the nation today, they are remembering the tragedy at Virginia Tech. The bells at the Cathedral of St. Thomas More near Virginia Tech tolled 32 times at noon today, once for each of the victims in Monday's shooting rampage at the school. On the campus of Virginia Tech, hundreds of students, family, and others gathered at a memorial. And back here at home, similar scenes played out. Exactly at noon, bells tolled in Hartford in remembrance. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Erika Arias is in the newsroom now with today's emotional event. Erika?
Dennis, Governor Jody Rell talked to the governor of Virginia, offering condolences on behalf of Connecticut. Today, she was the first to ring the bell during the moment of silence and remembrance at the Capitol. Promptly at noon, Governor Jody Rell began the ringing. 32 rings, one for each of the 32 victims killed in the Virginia Tech shooting on Monday. The victims were teachers and students. They ranged in age and background, but all had hopes, dreams, and plans that were tragically cut short on Monday.
Look at the pictures of those young women. I mean, beautiful young girls, and what future they might have had. I'm sorry, guys. Thanks.
Governor Jody Rell was overwhelmed at the Capitol after the 32nd ring. Rell was born in Virginia. She spoke to Governor Timothy Kaine yesterday to send her support and condolences on behalf of Connecticut.
That our thoughts and prayers are with all of those and the families in Virginia this week.
Many others lined up to ring the bell. For teachers and students they didn't know. Some were studying French, others English and engineering. But they all had families that are mourning, along with people here in Connecticut.
It shows our support and how united our country can be, you know, no matter what happens or to who.
I just wanted to show my respects to the families and the school. It's just so sad.
And Governor Jody Rell is inviting everyone in Connecticut to join her in remembering the 32 victims who were killed at Virginia Tech on Monday. In the newsroom, Erika Arias, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Well, still flooded, but less and less. The Connecticut River is dropping daily under very sunny skies, with more sunny skies to come. Chief Meteorologist Bruce DePrest is in the Early Warning Forecast Center with the sunny news. Hello, Bruce.
Irene, hello. Hello, everybody. Yes, we enjoyed plenty of sunshine today, and we deserve it after all those cloudy days that started last weekend, and we had a bunch of them this week, too, of course, with the flooding rains. Let's check out the satellite picture. You can see that we have a mainly clear sky across all of New England. and enjoy the sunshine because we still have a couple of hours to go with the sunset going down at 7:37 this evening. And that strong April sunshine really warmed things up today. It got up to 73 in Hartford, the warmest day since that record high of 72 on January 6th. It was 72 at Enfield. Groton got up to 61 before the sea breeze. But now look at Groton, 47 with the sea breeze. Old Saybrook is 53, New Haven 58, but still Enfield is 72 and Hartford a very pleasant 70 degrees. And believe it or not, temperatures are going to be warmer than this over the weekend. And coming up, I'm going to let you know when it's going to feel a little bit more like summer.
Great. Thank you so much, Bruce, for that. Well, something was apparently in the air at the Yukon Health Center in Farmington. An employee complained of a strong odor in the Dowling South building this morning. Crews came to test but didn't smell anything. Their investigation of the ventilation system found nothing. A few patients had to be moved while the investigation was going on, but everything has returned to normal.
Well, 2 employees at rival restaurants in Milford have been charged in connection with a mall brawl. The incident this past November in the food court inside the Westfield, Connecticut Shoppingtown Mall left one person with severe head injuries. Both suspects are from West Haven. Both were charged with second-degree assault, threatening, as well as breach of peace. Now, court papers say this fight was over the amount of trays being taken by one employee.
Connecticut's Attorney General Richard Blumenthal is sending out a warning to AmeriQuest customers. A company called QuickFund is sending out emails to AmeriQuest customers soliciting their business. The AG's office went after AmeriQuest last year, alleging predatory business practices. Now, QuickFund's email discusses Blumenthal's case against AmeriQuest. Blumenthal says the message falsely implies that he endorses the company.
QuickFund is playing quick, fast, and loose with the truth. They should avoid succumbing to this false solicitation.
Blumenthal says he helped to lead a coalition of 49 states in negotiating a $325 million settlement with AmeriQuest. At least 3,000 Connecticut customers will split $5 million in restitution.
Partying your way through college, why it could come back to haunt you later in life in a big way.
And memories of a lifetime made in New London today, starting with the first hug. We were there as sailors came home to Groton.
Then all new at 6 tonight, the disappearance of a Waterbury man, a man who still has not yet been found. How this cold case could change law here in our state.
Monday morning, get weather to plan your day. Scott Haney's early warning forecast plus pinpoint traffic every 10 minutes. Connecticut's favorite way to start the day. Channel 3 Eyewitness News Monday morning at 5 and 6.
Covering news in your town. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 5:30. Eyewitness News is everywhere in Connecticut.
There is yet another twist in the investigation into poisoned pet food. The FDA now says it is possible that pet food was tainted on purpose. Officials say the food may have been spiked with the chemical melamine to boost the protein content. Melamine contaminated both wheat gluten and rice protein. The FDA will be traveling to China, where the vegetable proteins were exported, to inspect the plants there.
Well, college partying is seen as a rite of passage for many kids, but too much school spirit can lead to lifelong damage. A new study found heavy college drinkers had doubled their levels of C-reactive protein in their bloodstream. It's a measure of inflammation, and it could put young students at risk for heart disease later in life. Researchers at Florida International University say binge drinking causes lots of problems.
It is a big problem affecting college students both academically, socially, physically, and emotionally.
But the study does provide positive news. Researchers found moderate drinkers, 1 or 2 drinks a day, had very healthy levels of C-reactive protein. But researchers are quick to point out, we've all heard it before, the lesson here is moderation.
93% of the Lakota Indian tribe on the Cheyenne River Sioux Reservation in South Dakota live below the poverty level. Our everyday hero is making a difference. That's next.
A dose of spring fever today with highs in the low 70s, and warmer weather is on the way. As you can see, it's nice and sunny in New Haven, where it's now 58 degrees, and your weekend forecast is next.
And then a happy homecoming for U.S. sailors. We're there on the pier as they pull into Groton after half a year at sea.
Would you trust a contractor because he claims to be Christian? how a workman is using people's faith to rip them off. A Connecticut teen dead. His killer sentenced to 9 months. A mother is denied justice for her son, so the I-Team gets involved. He took their money and disappeared. But now he has a message for the homeowners he left out in the cold that you won't believe. For investigations that get results, the I-Team, this May on Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
At 5, Scott Haney introduced us to our everyday hero of the week. She's the founder of Hawkwing, an organization based right here in Connecticut that's helping some of the poorest people in the country. Here's Scott.
Rochelle Ripley is a Native American storyteller. Her mission?
To work with young people here in Connecticut to improve their ability to make healthy choices for themselves and to be a part of the greater world.
While she's busy working with Connecticut children, her mind and spirit are also focused 1,000 miles away on the Cheyenne River Sioux Reservation in South Dakota, where the Lakota Indians live.
It is the poorest place in America. 93% of the people live significantly below the poverty rate.
Their situation today has much to do with what happened in American history.
Our people were the people who went to Wounded Knee and were massacred by the U.S. 7th Cavalry. Those that survived, and there were only about 3 men, about 30 women and children who survived that massacre, came back home to Cheyenne River.
At the age of 5, Rochelle, a Lakota Indian herself, made a promise to her Lakota grandmother to help these people. And 11 years ago, she founded Hawkwing.
Hawkwing is a nonprofit agency that we founded about 11 years ago in order to assist the Lakota Indian children and elders.
All year long, Rochelle and a host of volunteers collect items the Lakota people need but cannot afford.
Every child, all 3,000 children, get a box with their name on it, and it has 5 to 7 new clothing items. We give them a personal care kit that usually has about 15 items: shampoo, toothpaste, hairbrushes, and then they get 2 new toys. It's about building hope. It's about building connections.
For what you've done and continue to do, Rochelle, you are our everyday hero of the week. Congratulations. Coming up, want to help? I'll let you know how.
Now, Channel 3 Early Warning Weather, powered by Early Warning Pinpoint Doppler, tracking weather in your town and everywhere in Connecticut.
Well, last week at this time, we were telling you about a big wind and rainstorm coming, and that kept a lot of you inside on Sunday. But this Sunday, in fact, tomorrow too, you're going to want to be outdoors to enjoy just an absolutely gorgeous weekend. We're off to a great start too. No rain, of course, showing up on Channel 3's Early Warning Pinpoint Doppler with the mainly clear skies, but we still have those flood waters in Middletown. It almost reached major flooding, but now the river is heading down, still at a moderate flood stage, but it's going to take a while for the Connecticut to go below flood stage. It'll stay up there right through the weekend. There's a pretty shot in Waterbury showing the blue sky and just a couple of fair weather clouds, and our live city cam in New London where there's a bit of a sea breeze going on right now. Not in Colchester where it's 64 degrees, but note the relative humidity right around 24%. The air is dry, and believe it or not, after all the rain we've had, the fire danger is high today in many parts of the state, and it's going to be even higher next week as we get into those warm, breezy conditions. Right now in Sleepy's Pinpoint Weather Net, 71, Enfield, Hartford, Meriden, Groton 47 after a high of 61. They got sea breeze this afternoon. Even New Haven is 57, but look at Torrington, Storrs, and Waterbury, all at 68 degrees. And here is the satellite picture showing the beautiful clear skies across Connecticut. Now we're going to widen out the shot, and you can see that you don't really see any clouds. You have to go out in the ocean to find some, and you also have to go out across the upper Great Lakes to find some clouds. That's high pressure, a huge area of high pressure that's now centered in Ohio, and Saturday morning is going to be right there as well, slowly moving into western Pennsylvania and the Virginias over the weekend on into early next week, keeping our skies mainly clear and keeping that northerly flow of very dry air coming, although there will be some daily sea breezes over the upcoming weekend. Channel 3's Early Warning Futurecast is where we show you tomorrow's weather today, 7 o'clock this evening, mainly clear skies, nice and sunny for Saturday, 7 a.m. And through the day tomorrow, there will probably be some fair weather clouds, maybe some high clouds mixing in with the sunshine, but basically it's going to be a very brilliant day. Now tonight with the dry air and winds diminishing under clear skies, it's going to get chilly out there. 34 in Willimantic and Danbury. Torrington, you may get down to 33. Some of those colder places like Bakerville may actually have a little bit of frost come early tomorrow morning. But Hartford 40, New Haven 40, New London and Norwich a low of 38. And then tomorrow, many locations across interior portions of the state will get into the low and mid-70s, although the shoreline, you'll get into the 60s for a while, and then a sea breeze kicks in. So New Haven, 65 or 67 before the sea breeze. New London, right around 60, but around this time tomorrow, you could be pretty close to 50. All right, let's check out that 3-day forecast. Saturday, we'll say gorgeous, mostly sunny, mid-70s inland, 60s at the shore. Sunday, warm, 77 inland, 65 at the shore. And Monday, June, a question mark. It's not going to be June, of course, but it's going to feel like June 14th. That's the first day when we normally see a high of 80. So 80 inland on Monday and 68 at the shore. We'll have a complete 7-day forecast coming up at 6. But log on to WFSB.com and check out all the forecast details and early warning pinpoint Doppler any time of the day, any time of the week.
Now, Rachel Lutzker in the Pinpoint Traffic Center.
Earlier in the ride, we saw multiple accidents in the Waterbury stretch. There's just one crash that remains. This is on the westbound side of 84. It's right out by exit 25. Nonetheless, though, we're still jammed right out of Middlebury heading into Waterbury on the eastbound side. Westbound, we are moving slowly up to this accident site as well. Brand new accident just popped up northbound side of I-95. It's right out by exit 54 into Brantford. The state police are now en route to. And then we'll check out the ride through Hartford, which is easing up quickly. Westbound side of 84 looks good right out of downtown. Eastbound's delayed around Sisson Avenue heading across the Bulkley Bridge. Before you get behind the wheel, get online. Go to WFSB.com, click on traffic, and sign up for Pinpoint email alerts to your computer and cell phone.
All right, thank you, Rachel. Today, survivors of the Holocaust are remembering those killed by the Nazis more than 67 years ago. A ceremony took place at the state capitol this morning. Governor Rell was in attendance, and she presented a proclamation on behalf of the state. The proclamation acknowledges the horrific events and declares April 15th through the 22nd as Holocaust Days of Remembrance.
Well, our own Scot Haney was at Hartford Hospital today for a great cause. That's one of the stories we have for you tonight as Eyewitness News goes everywhere, town by town. In Hartford, long lines of people greeted Channel 3's own Scot Haney at Hartford Hospital today. He was signing and selling Eyewitness News mugs and Hartford Hospital mugs. All proceeds benefit the Channel 3 Kids Camp. In New London, 7th graders from the Williams School helped make the environment a little cleaner. Today was the kickoff of an International Earth Day celebration, and the students pitched in at the Hempstead House to clean up the historic site. This is the third year the kids have stepped up to help out. In Middletown, it was car washing for children. The fundraiser took place on Camp Street, where one of our own Channel 3 trucks was there to take part. The car wash will be going on again tomorrow, and all proceeds benefit St. Jude's Hospital and children with cancer. Eyewitness News is everywhere, town by town.
Nice job, kids. A clean car is a happy car, they say. Everyday Heroes continues right now with Rochelle Ripley. She's a very special resident of Glastonbury, making a huge difference in the lives of the Lakota Indians out west. And she can use your help. Channel 3's Scot Haney's now here with more.
Each year in December, Rochelle Ripley and her volunteers pack up a truck headed to South Dakota. The contents, new clothes, shampoo, school supplies, and much more, all distributed to some of the poorest people in the nation, the Lakota Indians.
Every family fills out a sheet for us each year with all their children, their sizes, and their interests. And as best we can, we try to match up the interest with what we've gotten in from donations.
Donations received through Hawkwing, the nonprofit organization Rochelle, a Lakota Indian herself, started 11 years ago.
We use 100% of our donations. 100% of our donations go directly out for the children and the elders.
But Hawkwing needs help.
We have a big problem, though. And here's our big problem, and hopefully someone who's listening out there can be the angel to help us. Up until presently, the town of Glastonbury has given us warehouse space. The town of Glastonbury is having to take down the building that we're in. We are homeless. We are officially homeless now. So I desperately need someone who would step forward and donate some warehouse space for us. And I only need about 3,000 square feet, but that's what I need because we can't do our work without it.
Or maybe you'd like to volunteer, like Diana Sclafani.
I've been to the reservation twice, and it's been an amazing experience going there, meeting the people there, and just being involved. There's so much work that needs to be done, and I feel so privileged to be part of it and to help people.
Head to our website to find out how you can help Hawkwing. I'm Scot Haney, and I'll see you next week right here on Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
We're following some breaking news right now about a gunman at a Houston NASA facility lockdown. Houston police say a lone gunman has barricaded himself in a building at the Johnson Space Center. He's described as a white man in his 50s or 60s and is said to be armed with a handgun. Police also say they were told by a witness that 2 shots were fired. There's been no reported communication with that man.
A happy homecoming. Eyewitness News cameras are there for the joyous reunion as sailors return from a 6-month deployment.
And all new at 6, the rumors are true. Hartford will be losing hundreds of jobs as an insurance giant makes a move.
And Rentschler Field, the home of the Yukon Huskies. Could that change, though? Who's already in line to take it over just in case?
Today's Everyday Hero gets a $250 gift certificate courtesy of Pilgrim Furniture City.
Digging deeper to find the truth. Call the Channel 3 I-Team, 860-244-1669. Eyewitness News is everywhere.
Coming home today, dozens of people in our state were reunited. People who haven't seen each other since before Halloween. Sailors aboard the USS Providence fast attack submarine came home to loving arms. Channel 3 Eyewitness News photojournalist Jim Elliott had his camera rolling for the first hug.
I'm Carrie Harmon, and this is Kaylee Harmon, and we're waiting on MM2 Justin Harmon from the USS Providence. He's been gone for almost 7 months. She is actually going to get the first hug from Daddy, so she's excited. We live in Groton. We've been here for 2.5 years now. We have us and our other daughter Aubrey, his father, his mother, and his sister and his nephew. Wait, there's Daddy! Wait, Katie! Where's Daddy?
It feels great. I've been missing my family for a while, and I'm happy to be back with my family.
Let's roll.
So let's go home.
All right, here we go, Team Harmon. Team Harmon's out.
Oh, that's great. Welcome back. Bad weather this week delayed the homecoming by a couple of days. The Providence was supposed to return home on Tuesday.
Why the third in line for the U.S. presidency is in Hartford tonight.
4 of the 5 suspects accused in the murder of teenager Joanna Cole were charged today. What each one faces and how the victim's family is handling the news.
More than 1,000 MetLife employees are leaving downtown Hartford. Coming up, find out what's forcing them out of the city.